Hey tubers, it is November the 22nd, 11 a.m. and we've cut off the roof skin. I actually did it the other day. Exposed the inner panel and exposed all the rust damage that was around the back windshield, which we knew was there from looking at it on the inside. It's just like what was around these areas here. That water gets in there and it just hangs in there and sticks in there, and once that rusting process starts, you can't stop it unless you cut it all out. Exactly what we thought. They had taken galvanized and run around that back windshield with rivets and some areas of weld or attempt at welding, whatever you want to call it, and a lot of Bondo. So that's exactly what we were thinking they did, and that's a lot of damage, and it's going to be a pretty big fix, but that's okay. We're going to fix it. Like I said way back, this car probably should not have been restored, but had we not restored it, that'd just be another second-gen car gone. So it's not a Z28, it's not a super sport car, it's not an RS car. It is a standard Camaro car, and we building a car with not a lot of value. We've said that in the past, but there again, we saving a car. So it'll be, you know, it'll be a rest of mod type deal. It won't be anything that's worth trying to make 100% original or back to original specifications, and we're not going down that road. So it's going to be a driver. We'll enjoy it, we'll have fun with it, and one day we'll pass it along to our son, and maybe he'll get some enjoyment out of it. So that's what it is. That's exactly what it is, YouTube. The car probably didn't deserve the money and effort that's being put in it, but there again, it's been a fun project. A lot of headache, but we've enjoyed it so far, and we're gonna keep enjoying it. We're gonna keep fixing this thing till it's fixed. So that's kind of where we at today. We got some cleanup to do on the top, and we've got some reference marks from a set determined area all the way across as to how far this needs to come out with a repair. I did call AMD this morning, and the guy was adamant about the free freight. There's no hidden charges on the shipping. As long as I buy $1,000 worth of stuff and none of it's glass, there won't be any kind of special packaging fees or handling fees. It will be free to me from AMD, as long as I get $1,000 worth of stuff in the shopping cart. So I wanted to make sure of that before I pulled the trigger, and that's the case. So probably Monday morning after the holidays over with, we're going to place an order, and we'll be able to get with it from that point on. All right, YouTube, we'll bring you along. All right, tubers, just bringing you along for a little bit of the progress. We went ahead and took off the roof edge in the window area, in the door area. And for anybody that might be planning on doing this, there are two, or at least on this car, 2 spot welds right in the middle, and that was it. Nothing else down this lip where the roof skin folds under. It was just folded, except for these 2 spot welds on both sides, driver side and passenger side, all the way back to the B pillar, or to the start of it. So I stopped there. I'm not sure exactly how far down the roof skin is going to come. I'm pretty sure it'll come into the leaded area right there, but I'm going to let this stay for now. And we did both A pillars similar to this. I think the roof skin is going to come into here, looking at the pictures, but we're going to hold off. No need to try to guesstimate at that. No need for it. So anyway, we got both sides of the roof edge over the door area took off, and 2 spot welds for anybody needing to know. Hey YouTube, Jeff Lindsay in the garage, November 26th. The lower valance panel that we had been working on, we said we'd just drop back and show it once we shot it. It looks pretty fair. We've got some fish eyes and things in our paint, which is normal for us, for me. So we got it protected though. We've got our repairs done. The repair looks good around the park light assembly that we had to do on that side. And we're pretty smooth on this side. You can see where the filler's at. We didn't shoot that real heavy. And we actually kind of scuffed over that with 80 grit, and boy, you can really see the scratches in it, which is fine. That'll all body work out later on with filler and primer and paint and all that good stuff. Getting over to the header panel, always something to do. We're waiting on the roof skin, like roof skin and the hood on the way. We had the issue with the header panel not lining up on the bottom only with the fenders on each side. This part here was actually recessed in probably a good 8 3/16. It would not flush up. We came in and we oblonged this hole, and if we go much further, there's just not going to be much meat there at all. So there's a little inserted piece there. It had 4 spot welds, bottom, top, 2 in here around that mounting point. So we drilled those out, and there's the little piece that comes out. That's just a support piece. So we will make one of these, and we will make it longer. So that hole, it needs to be probably right along the edge of this instead of back in here. That was the only issue we had with the header panel. So far, so good. Everything else lined up good, mocked up. So for the 2nd gen guys, if you buy these repop panels, you might end up having to do this. Like I say, if I had carried this hole out any further, we were just going to lose all of our strength right in this piece right here where it mounts. All right, tubers, just went in and fabbed a couple of small brackets, not much to them. We just got our size right like we needed. And these will slide in, spot weld to the holes that we've already got drilled, the ones we drilled out. And then we'll just take the little belt sander and come in here and refine that down if we need to. All right, YouTube, I don't do much of these live action shots, but we're going to try to bring you along, see if this will work out. Might not. And that's really why I don't like doing it. Takes up a lot of time, but that's all right. We'll see what we can get going here. Try to get this top hole done. We'll switch it over and do the bottom hole. See what happens. And when I'm spotting these holes, I'm kind of going by sound more than anything. And once you do it a few times, you'll get the hang of how much you need to make that thing hold. These look fair, just messing around doing what I'm doing, but we'll see if we can get this one done, and then we'll give you a shot of what it looks like. One of them I can already see I really need to go back over, so we'll see what we can do. I held that a little bit longer in there, and that made a good spot weld. All right, YouTube, looking in on the inside right there, we can get it to focus in a little bit. You can see where the spot weld penetration is. It's very good. I'm sure it's okay on the other ones also. Same heat settings, pretty much the same amount of time. But that's all it is, not much to it. We did take and grind that E-coat back out of the way because you don't want to start burning it and it'll just kind of, you know, that heat will take it on. But not much to it, not much to it at all. All right, YouTube, we're gonna grind these down and work on the other side, get the same thing done on the other side, and then we'll smooth all that down good and spray a little bit of epoxy on it, and we'll be done with that little repair. And then next time we mock up that header panel, we'll be able to adjust that on out and get our hole right there. All right, YouTube, we'll bring it on. All right, tubers, after getting some help, who did not want to be on video, we got the boxes opened. Roof skin, of course, and I've been around it a couple of times, and it is a pretty panel. I mean, it's perfect, as far as I can tell. Not a blemish on this panel, and for 320 bucks or whatever, it shouldn't have anything wrong with it. 2-inch cal induction hood, and as far as I can tell, nothing, absolutely nothing wrong with it. Not a blemish, not a ding, not a dent, and for $429 or whatever, there shouldn't be. The one thing they did, and I wish they hadn't, but it's no big deal because the hood's got to be painted. They had like a foam piece or whatever taped across here in a couple of spots. And when I pulled it off, it left some big old nasty spots. I just rubbed them off with some denatured alcohol, which, like I say, this whole thing's got to be sanded and primed and painted. So, but that's a 2-inch cal induction hood, AMD, and a roof skin for a 1972 Camaro. And give you a little shot. Across the back end, 2 inches. And as far as I know, YouTube, they did not offer a standard hood. I didn't see one, which I didn't want one. I wanted this 2-inch. They had the 2 and the 6. So again, they've probably got them. I just didn't see them, or they didn't have them on the website, whatever. But anyway, that's where we at. YouTube, we probably got enough to upload a video before we get started on the roof skin. And that'll be this weekend, but we probably won't get to the roof skin. We've got those repairs we've got to make. So that's what we'll concentrate on next. We'll definitely get that baby right there stored somewhere so it won't get messed up. And we'll get the work done on the car, go with the roof skin, and we'll take it from there, YouTube. All right, we'll bring you back.